Hello YouTube and welcome back to Small Block Saloon. I'm Driver. Today we're going to continue working on our Wasteland project car, the Outrider Interceptor. Okay gang, so one of the things I liked on the video game cars are like the spikes on the hood for like defense, so that people, if they jump on your hood, you get impaled. I'll put a picture in right now. So yeah, I want to build something like that. So let's get into it. I got some I-beam here, and well, it ain't really I-beam; it's like channel, but it's left over from a construction project. So we're gonna start cutting that up. Alright guys, so I got our pieces cut here. I'll try to get out of the shadow and get my shadow out of view. And as you can see, I cut them where the hood is still pretty much closed down flush. However, this side is a little high. I need to bend this down, so I'm just gonna mark it loosely on both sides where I need to bend it, and we'll bend that down and keep making progress. Okay guys, so we got our pieces of metal bent and placed on the hood, and that's roughly where they're gonna go. You can see the hood can still close. I got to sand them down, but it's time to start making the spikes. What I got for the spikes are these shelving brackets. They're like laundry room, shelf, washing room wire brackets. And I think what I'm gonna do is figure out the angles I want and cut them and just weld them on. It might be a little tricky because this seems to be really thin metal, but we're gonna give it a go. Alright YouTube, what's it look like? It don't look that great from the front. More of a side thing. I don't know. It don't really look like I thought it would. I ain't gonna lie. I got these smaller ones that I can do something with. Maybe hang them off the side or something in between them. I don't know, maybe what I'll do is tack them and paint them black, and then we'll get a better look at it. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the camera off. I'm gonna work on them a little bit and cut you back on, and we'll see what they look like then. I don't know YouTube. I put some paint on it and I repositioned this front spike, and I don't absolutely hate it, but it don't do for me what I thought it would. Another thing I don't think I'm gonna like is this. They're taller. They're taller than the scoop, and it's gonna take your eye. Afraid, you know, if you put another set over here on this side, it's gonna make the scoop look smaller. So I don't know. That's why I made them where they were removable. I was smart enough not just to weld them to the fenders. But put it down in the comments. What do y'all think? Yay or nay? I ain't done with them. If I keep them, I'm gonna rust them up and paint them. You know, this whole car is gonna get a nice paint job. Well, not nice, but a rusty, distressed paint job. But they look in universe, but it just ain't. It don't do for me what I thought it would right now. I think I'm gonna stop right now for the night and come back tomorrow and think on it. Put it in the comments what you think. Tell me what to do. Tell me what to do. Alright YouTube, so I've been looking at this thing for a couple of days and I'm still not sure if it's going to stay, but I'm going to refine it. And I think what I'll like better is I've extended this plate down another 14 inches, and that'll give me more room to move the spikes further down the hood. I think the problem was it looked too congested, excuse me, in that one little area. So I'm gonna try to spread it out and get a design I like. And I'm still not sure if it's gonna stay, but we'll go from there. Alright YouTube, so I think I got a design I like better. I definitely like them being spread out further. I'm making this removable, so it ain't got to stay. I think what I'm gonna do is go with this, go ahead and weld it up, and then just leave it sitting around for a little while, see what I think. Alright YouTube, so there it is. I still probably gonna, it's got some quick paint on it, probably gonna repaint it, distress paint it a little bit different, but if it stays, I got it completely removable. But I've come up with a design I like. They're kind of asymmetrical, they're not exactly the same, but I think that adds to it. And I finally got it where no matter what angle I look at it, I kinda like it. So we're gonna go with that for right now, and then keep moving and do some other things. And tell me what you think. You like it like that, or you like it better just being smooth, like more Interceptor looking? This is kind of getting into the video game, you know, type car, which keep in mind, I'm not trying to clone the Interceptor. I'm trying to do my own thing. The Outrider's its own character, so, you know, it's not Mad Max. So let me know. Alright gang, so we're gonna keep working on the front end. Next thing we'll do is got some ideas for the saw blade here, so I'm gonna cut it out and show you what I got going on. All right, gang. I'm still learning how to use that. I'm still learning how to use that plasma cutter, but if I did this right, we'll see. Well, if I did this right, we got some pretty cool stuff to do with these two pieces. All right, gang. So here's our two pieces we cut off the saw blade. And the thought is to do something like that. Alright, there you go, YouTube. I ain't gonna weld them up too solid because I don't know how I feel about it yet. A lot of the stuff I'm doing kind of temporary till I get used to looking at it. I've been looking at the car the way it did look for so long. All this new stuff's kind of throwing me for a loop. But tell me what you think. You know, I think it definitely adds to it being taller. I didn't, to be honest with you, when I built that push bar, I looked at references off the video game. And I didn't think about how low my front end was. And if that car would have been jacked up enough 4 or 5 inches, I think that'd have been fine. But with my car being as low as it was, it looked too low. So I've always kind of wished it was taller. I don't want to get it where it blocks the head, in the way where it blocks the headlights. But I felt like that bottom bar needed to be level with the top of the bumper. But all in all, I think it was working. It's working out good. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Put it down there in the comments. I mean that. All right, next we're going to go on, keep on moving on with this front end. The hood pins. There's just a hole in the hood right now with the pin. And, you know, most time they got a plate. But I didn't want to put a conventional hood pin plate there because, you know, this Wasteland. So I'll show you what I come up with. Okay, YouTube, so here's the plan. I got this thing here, and I'm not exactly sure what it is. I was told it had to do with hunting, like putting decoys out or whatever. But it's like a ratchet. But what I'm after is these cool little designs inside there. So what I'm gonna do is get my grinder and cut it all up, and get these pieces and make them hood. They'll look like little saw blades, and that'll be good plates. I think that'll be cool plates for my hood pin. So I'm gonna get into that next. Alright, YouTube, so here's those little saw blade pieces, and what I'm gonna do is put them right there, and probably just like epoxy them on the hood with like JB Weld or something of that nature, and then the hood pin can just slide. The hood pin can slide right on top. I figured that'd be a nice little detail. So yeah, mix up some JB Weld, put those on next. Okay, YouTube, so the next thing we're gonna do on the front of this car is redo these headlight, one headlight cover. I like the whole asymmetrical vibe, and in Fury Road, I guess it's the driver's side, but in America it's the passenger side headlight cover was busted. I think I'm gonna kind of recreate that. I got a piece of actually busted plexiglass already here, so we're gonna try to cut that out and mimic that look. All right, YouTube, so we got the headlight cover taped off here. Just gonna hit it with some gold paint and keep moving. All right, YouTube, so we got it all painted up. Let's get it stuck on. All right, YouTube, so I added that little piece to the corner. I think that adds a lot to that busted light, and it still looks a little newer than the other side, but I'll blend it out. All that paint's fresh, and we'll keep creeping up on it till we get it where we want it to be. But I think that's gonna about do it for this one. We got the hood pins on. I think they turned out all right, and the spikes, and adding the saw blades to the front. I'm still on the fence about all this because I'm not used to seeing a car this way in this configuration. So tell me what you think. Tell me if you like it. Tell me if I need to go more or stop here, take it back off. Another thing is, all this stuff, with the exception of the saw blades, is bolt on, and they're just tacked on, so I can cut them off if I don't like it. But yeah, tell me what you think. All right, YouTube, so that's gonna probably do it for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed some of this. We're gonna work on the back of the car next. There's some more stuff I need to do in the back, or I want to do in the back, and then later down the line we're gonna finish paint it. And by finish paint it, I mean give it a nice Wasteland paint job with rust and dirt and grime. So we've been working on costumes and stuff. The inside of the shop's wrecked. You can see some costumes we're working on right here in the background. And if that's something you guys would like to see, comment in the put it in the comments. You know, my algorithm's just starting to take off, so I don't want to jack it up by switching from automotive content to costuming content. But if it's Mad Max people and you'll watch it, then let me know. I'll put it in there, maybe for a video or two. I want to say thanks for sticking with me. I know this is a long process, but I'm doing it by myself out here on my free time. So, but I'm committed, and I'm trying to put out the best content I can for you guys, and hopefully you guys can see the improvement. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I would appreciate it. If not, please keep watching, and hopefully we'll get there. We'll earn it, you know. And that's gonna probably do it for this one. We'll catch you in the next one later. Oh yeah, watch one of these two videos right here. Yeah, do that. Click on one of these two videos.